Hello, I'm Chris Sanford. Welcome to Fishing World. And now Nigel Botherway spends the day with English rugby legend Richard Hill.
Morning, Rich.
Morning, Nigel. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Nice to be back on the royalty. When I was a kid, I dreamt of fishing here, and you spend a lot of time here, don't you?
I wouldn't say a lot of time, but I do enjoy it. It's got, great variety of fishing and types of fish. Really, you can go through throughout the year. So that's why I like it. There's always something to do here.
Well, last time you were here, you were lucky enough to catch a salmon, but let's see if we can catch a pike today, shall we?
No, that'd be great.
Be nice to think that pike you caught last time was here, or its grandmother, wouldn't it?
It would be great. Very distinctive. Three stripes.
Definitely. This is my go anywhere versatile deadbait rig. Pretty simple. I've got a straightforward 2 size 6 semi-barbless trebles. I make the rigs myself, and I always like one of these little sleeves. It helps possibly give some attraction to the fish. Nice long trace, no bite offs. And then here I've got a quick link with an anti-tangle sleeve over it, buffer bead onto my swivel, and then I've got an egg sinker here, and I can take this off and change it for a heavier or a lighter one without breaking the rig down. Straightforward cigar type float, bead and a stop knot. And I always use braided mainline when I'm pike fishing, and I find those rubber float stops can get stuck in your rod rings or the braid can cut through them. So this is actually fly line backing. And it's also nice, the bright orange, it's very visual. If I'm playing a fish and it's down deep, I can see my stop knot and know how close I am to the fish.
It was an early start, a dark start, and now it's raining. But patience is definitely a virtue in fishing, and I've no doubt it is going to pay off. I'm pretty sure there is a pike beneath me. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll get him.
Do you know what? I haven't bought anything for myself to eat today, but I've spoilt the pike. I've got them a real selection of my favourite baits. Good old smelt. They smell a bit like cucumber. You need to wash your hands after fishing with them, but they're a great bait. Pike love them. They're really good for sink and draw, as are these roach. I love just twitching a roach back, free lining it and twitching it. You can get really good action in them. And then for the ledger, nice big pike bait, big old herring, really oily, send off a lot of scent, and there's been a lot of big pike caught on herring over the years. And of course another favourite is mackerel. I'd cut that in half, and it's strange because I nearly always use the tail section, other people prefer the head section, but another really good pike bait, and one of my real favourites, which I haven't opened yet because you can see all the blood in here. I've got some lamprey sections, which again, that blood is going to ooze downstream and any pike will home in on it. Fantastic bait. Yep, fish on. First fish of the day. I don't think it's very big, but it absolutely nailed it.
I'll just drop this one in, see if it can
I never strike with
revive
braid,
himself
you're
a
so
bit.
into it. I just point, oh, that's a nice fish. Oh, that'll do for starters. I'll do if it's the only one of the day. Oh, a lovely Hampshire Avon pike. I used to read about this place when I was a kid. Oh, that's a clonker.
What's it looking like then? Oh,
Seen you move quicker than that when you were playing rugby, Rich.
well, marginally.
It's a nice fish.
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
Exactly.
And you won't
Nice.
believe where it took. Literally there, right at my feet.
You see it?
Just trotting it down to underneath the tree here. Boom.
Beautiful.
I'll grab my forceps.
Excellent. It's one down then.
That's a beautiful fish, Rich. Yeah, that's a belter. When I was a kid, I used to read about Richard Walker fishing on the Hampshire Avon. I used to dream of catching fish like this. And here I am holding one. If you've never unhooked a pike before, the easiest way is get them on the mat and put them on their back. And if you look at these gill rakers, you don't want to touch these because you'll damage them and you'll cut your hands. But you just slide your fingers in here and the jaw will open and I struck straight away. We just got one treble in there, that was handy. Well, it's lucky that didn't come off, Rich.
Yeah.
But as you can see, the bigger the fish, the bigger the mouth, and the easier it is to unhook them. But don't be scared of them. And then to hold them, if you look there, I've got my fingers out the way of the teeth.
So Nigel, that's an absolute beauty. What sort of size do you think that is?
I should think that's about £14, wouldn't you?
Yep. That's definitely you, 1-0 up.
And this is the best part of all, watching them swim off. That big old skull, big old wide back. She's having a little sulk, and there she goes, off to fight another day. Keep side strain to the right, Rich. He's trying to go under there, isn't he? That's a good fish. How did he know that you were just having a bacon banjo?
I know, exactly.
Nice fish. Yeehaw, well done. Cool, when you first hooked him, he came flying out the water, didn't he?
Good.
All steady, that's... Get my wonky old legs down here. Look at that big old gob. Fantastic, what a sight. Hey, in we go, another Barney Rubble. Nice one, Rich. The thing is they're quite, the trick is you'll need to look where you're putting your fingers before you put them to make sure you don't get the treble. But if I hold him open there, look, it's, don't worry about that one, look, it's that one just in the scissors, see it? That's it, nicely done. Look at that one with my finger.
Him.
Lovely, yeah.
Beautiful pike.
Well done,
Brilliant.
Rich. Beautiful pike.
Brilliant.
So you've achieved the pinnacle. What does it feel like to run out in front of all those people in a World Cup final and then for the final whistle to go and you've actually won it?
I suppose like Olympians, there's almost that 4-year period where you build up to something, and an Olympian maybe stands more chance of knowing that they are actually going to make the Olympics, and a rugby player builds to it. But you know, we were very fortunate that for that 4-year period we were a very successful team, which came with its own pressures, and you know, we had to come from behind in a number of matches, but you do something to get to that final. Yet the build-up, that week build-up, it's just so excruciatingly painful. You just don't sleep, or you know, the sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
You're trying to get it where back wherever you can, and you just almost look. You're there on the Saturday afternoon. Why am I doing this? do I really want to go through it? But as soon as you run out onto a pitch, you're just in your natural environment. It's like a fish swimming in a river. You just know that I've now done all my training. This is what I've based it for. So that bit was the huge relief. But for the fact that we actually got pipped back on the end of normal time, we were actually a remarkably calm bunch of people on a pitch.
Weren't you?
But that comes down to the preparation again and how hard we've worked. And there was a relief element of winning, but then there was that euphoria and delight and just smiles all over your face. And just, I suppose we didn't have time to collect our own thoughts, and hence 3 months afterwards, that's where the fishing element came in.
Brilliant.
It's going nuts.
Brilliant. Just put Richard's back and now my rod's gone.
Oh, sorry.
But like any good back row forward, he's there first and he's grabbed the rod and it looks like another nice fish. I'll tell you what, the bacon sandwiches are getting cold, but worth it for this. That's a nice fish. I'm happy for Mr. Hill to catch that on my rod.
Well, we're now on teamwork, aren't we?
Yeah, oh dear.
Oh, jeez.
This isn't my biggest pike net. Wow.
3 in one morning.
Will you unzip that for me,
I don't think
Paul?
we've even reached 11 o'clock yet.
There you go, you're the big strong rugby player, you left to right.
Here we go then.
Bearing in mind we've got to take off the mat.
22.06.
Right, we're going to be very, very close. I should think this mat weighs about 1.5 pounds, so I should think you've got, hopefully, your first 20 pounder. Look how long she is. That, Rich, Stunning pike. Look at that. That is what pike fishing's all about.
Good teamwork.
Yeah.
Happy. Beautiful, beautiful fish.
I just chucked a mackerel over the far side under that bush.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It'd been there about 15 minutes and I was thinking, I'm going to move it. And just as I was thinking it, it roared off. That's a nice fish. Look at him. Big old beady eye looking at you. Nice job, Rich. Nice job. Do you know what?
I don't know.
Do we recognise that?
Is it the same one? What, from the first one? That is the one I caught.
Last time we were here 2 years ago. I reckon it is. It's interesting, Rich, because pike are like humans, and where we could take a fingerprint to identify a human, a pike, they're always unique markings around the tail.
Yeah.
But this one has got some very distinct markings. I think we recognise it as an old friend, don't we?
It is. 2 years ago.
Yeah, you caught this fish 2 years ago. It was about 18 and a half then.
Correct, yeah.
It's a real old warrior, isn't she? She's been in the wars. She wants to go, but I'm just going to hang on to her for a bit. Try and let the water clear so you can see her. Whoa!
Off she goes.
She did want to go, didn't she? Well, she had some scars on her and she's left me with a couple of scars, but that's a sign of a good day's pike fishing.
Brilliant. Thank you, Nigel. It's been a great day.
Oh, it certainly has. 2 20-pounders, you can't beat it with a stick, can you? Well done.
Well done.
Oh, magic. Why do I love pike fishing so much?